Welcome everybody to another Media Guide program opening. This one's a program. Was with the last two ordered from the same seller. This is the 1987 vacant World Middleweight Championship between Thomas the Hitman Hearns and Juan the Hammer Roldan. This was for, I believe it was for the WBC vacant title that was taken away from Sugar Ray Leonard after he upset Marvin Hagler and then pulled and retired for the 8,000th time. It also has Bobby Chez defending his IBF light heavyweight championship against Prince Charles Williams. Williams would pull the upset and win the championship in this bout. Hearns would defeat Roldan by a fourth round KO. This is from October 1987 from the Las Vegas Hilton. And then right inside we have Trump Plaza. Yet the fight wasn't there. This is an ad for Showtime. This was right around the time that Showtime was getting into boxing. They had this card, I believe, on delayed broadcast. Back then, a pay-per-view fight would be oftentimes showed by HBO or Showtime. This is a Bob Arum promoted fight. Bob Arum still with Top Rank, and Top Rank is now with ESPN. Baron Hilton, the president of Hilton Corporation, the man that originated the Los Angeles / San Diego / Los Angeles Dodgers, or Chargers, I should say. The winner, I don't know who won Javier Suazo, Fausto Medina, but I know Michael Nunn defeated Darnell Knox, Charles Williams beat Bobby Chez, and Thomas Hearns defeated Juan Roldan on this card. This is an article on the Hitman, one of my all-time favorite fighters. At this time, fighters that have won championships in 3 weight divisions, it was a really big deal. There wasn't as many titles and not as many divisions. Nowadays, it's not, I wouldn't go as far to say it's easy, but it doesn't happen a lot. Or happens far more than it did back then. Here's the history of the middleweight division, including my pick for the greatest middleweight of all time, Carlos Monzon, Marvelous Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray Robinson, who's my pick for the greatest fighter of all time, but that's mostly from his years at welterweight. There's the Showboat Casino in Las Vegas, which is no longer standing. Some more from the Hitman, who this is for those of you wrestling fans and not boxing fans, this is the fighter that Bret Hart took his nickname from. The tail of the tape between the two combatants. This is some shots of Juan Roldan. This is the only knockdown of Marvin Hagler's career. It was ruled a knockdown. It was probably more of a slip and cuff and push, but nonetheless, it was counted as a knockdown and the only official one of his career. Ring record of Juan Roldan, Ring Magazine, the record up to date of Thomas Hearns, fight facts for the two fighters. Then there's the co-features, the then IBF light heavyweight champion Bobby Chez, and Prince Charles Williams would win this fight and win the championship to go with it, and he would win the rematch as well. Ten Goose Boxing with the Goosen family, the late Dan Goosen. You can still see Joe Goosen on Fox's coverage of boxing, and the late Greg Goosen, who was the first baseman for the Seattle Pilots. Michael Nunn, who was eventually would be a champion that with a flaming comet in boxing. He was a superstar that once he was knocked out by James Toney, he was never the same fighter. Booking boxing is their business at Leroy's. So there you have it. A nice, very nice, well done boxing program. I'll try to get some more boxing programs as time goes on. This may be my first If it's not, it's pretty close. This one's going to be a short one today because what I want to do is use the ones I've been using for standby because they're very thin, and maybe just do all 3 of them in one video. So if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, that would be very kind of you. It would be appreciated. Don't forget to, I haven't mentioned this much. I should put this in the little fact compiler at the bottom of the page about the blog, thoughtsofrs.blogspot.com. Appreciate you checking that out as well. Thanks for everything, and we'll see you next time.